Hey guys, this is D.I. Wiley trying to make this final repair on this water leak that I had last night. I'm trying to make this final repair. These are the parts that I had to get early this morning when the store opened. Had to get these parts here, which already had this jigsaw in order to cut this piece. A couple of Brillos here in order to clean the ends off of these PVCs. Of course, my tape measure, my marker, a couple of things to try to file these ends off. This is the cement and the primer that I need to use in order to attach these pipes together. You got some purple primer, which you'll actually put inside here and inside here in order to make this stick. You got the primer, but then besides that, you got your all-purpose cement. So you'll have to use both of these in conjunction with making a solid sealant and contact sealant on these pipes to make them whole. Okay, well, I'm about to work on this pipe and try to get this together where that I can go ahead and get some water back on. I need a shower. Okay, just a second, hopefully. My dog barking over there. Yeah, you get it cut off. Get it. Okay, now what I'm gonna have to do is try to use some of the Brillo that I've got in order to make sure it's smooth on each side. You don't want any burrs down. Make sure it's level. Okay, so now I'm ready to actually insert this pipe here, this PVC pipe that I just bought. Okay, I purchased it. It cost about $1.50. And these are the two couplings I purchased. They cost maybe $2 a piece. And that's what I'll have to have in order to attach these two PVCs to each other. Okay, now what I've got to do here now, I've already sanded these off, made them smooth. So in order how you attach them, you have to put both of these in conjunction with each other, put them on these PVCs to make it work. First, you shake your primer up, purple primer. You have to put primer in this end. Primer in that end, I'm spilled a little bit there, make a mess. And then a primer on this end. Put your purple primer on this end in order to seal it. Around, go about an inch, maybe an inch and a half back. And that primer just kind of clears any extra stuff on the pipe so that it will attach itself pretty good. Okay, so I'll lay this down, and now I'll have to put primer on one end of this coupling. One side. Now up in here it goes about an inch up in here where the pipe would actually need to go about 1 inch up in here. So put primer on one side, lay it down, and I think I've already put primer on this one side here as well. Wipe it in there real good. Okay, I'm done with my primer for right now. So now what I've got to do is use my cement, which is all-purpose cement. Pull it out, and it's kind of tacky. It should be dry enough. So what you have to do is go ahead and put cement in the one you had the purple primer in. Make sure you put plenty of cement in there. Right in that hole. Put cement in this one. Put it in there real good. Put cement around both edges here. And you have to work fairly quickly because it's glue and cement will dry quick. Put cement all around both of those. Take the one side, push it in. Take the other side, push it in, and make a quarter turn on each one of them. And then just hold it. Hold it for about 30 seconds. Because when you insert PVC pipes like this, they have a tendency to push themselves out. So you want to hold it for about 30 seconds so that they will tack together. Once you hold it for 30 seconds, then you would actually need to wait for about 15 minutes for it to be fully secured in order to be strengthened that you can actually handle it in order to place it in this hole here. So it has been 30 seconds. There again, guys, if you like the video, like what you see, give me a thumbs up. It's DIWiley.com. Fix it and repair on the YouTube channel. Love you guys. You should be safe out there. I want you to try to save some money when you can. Okay, we've held it for about 30 seconds, so it should not push itself out. So now what I'll have to do is wait for about 10 minutes and then I'll begin applying this piece into this piece down here. So I'm gonna have to wait for about 15 minutes before it to cure. All right, so I've got these two pieces together. I waited about 15 minutes for them to secure, and so they should be dry and ready to put down in this hole here to try to attach this so I can get this water on. So if you want to put down here, what I'll have to do first is make sure that I cleared this end off with a Brillo. Make sure it's not any burrs or anything on either one of these ends. Make sure they're clean. If they're not, I have a loose connection. It may still leak once I turn the water back on. Okay, same as before. What I'll have to do is put my primer on each one of these ends and put my glue on each one of these ends. Do the same with both of these pipes, and then I'll just attach this entire pipe together with about a 1/4 inch turn to make sure it seats itself. And then I'll have to wait about give or take an hour in order to assert about 180 pounds PSI to make sure it does not leak. So I'll have to wait for about an hour before I can do that. So guys, what I'll start doing is go ahead and put some purple primer on the edge of this PVC pipe. Purple primer that, it just kind of, what it does is just kind of clears it off, cleans it off. Put it on this pipe here, which is up in here. I barely have enough room in order to work, but fortunately I was able to, the leak was right in here rather than back up under the house and the wall. It would have made it a lot harder. I've been laying on my belly under there trying to make the attachments. Okay, take the primer and put it on the inside of this PVC. Flip it over and put primer on this side of the PVC. Just make sure it's in there real good. Purple. Clears it off real good. Put it around the edge. Okay. I've got it here that clears it off. Here, it clears it off. Okay, I'm done with my primer. Now what I'll have to do is put some cement, apply cement to all 4 ends, those two and these two here, and then I'll just try to make my attachments within here and there. Always make a 1/4 inch turn after you secure your pipes. Make about a 1/4 inch turn, and that seats the glue and the cement inside each area to make it seat, so you won't have any blank spaces or anything like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull my old smelly glue out. Probably a good idea if I wore a mask, but this glue is pretty strong. So I'm gonna have to do it rather expediently because this glue will dry fairly quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and apply glue inside here. Liberally. Glue inside here on each end. And I have to put glue on this part, and as well as put glue on this back side. Now I'll try to secure all of these at one time because this glue dries fairly quickly with the temperature where it is. A little bit more in there, a little bit more in there.
Yes, it is. I'm looking at it sometimes.
Okay. Now I'm ready to attach these two. I'm going to attach this one here first. Pull it in, attach it. Now this one here, I'll have to use the pliers to pull this out of the wall in order to attach it onto this. Pull it down as far as it'll go. Make a 1/4 inch turn of the pipe. And just hold it together for about 30 seconds so it won't push out. It won't push itself out. Hold for about 30 seconds, and then you'll have to wait for about, I'll have to wait for about 2 hours, maybe an hour, in order for it to tack itself strong enough in order to be able to acquire about 180 psi pressure once I turn the water on. It should not leak, hopefully. Okay, that's last 30 seconds. It should not push itself back out now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and put some more of this contact cement around this edge and around this edge to help secure it from leaks. So there you go, guys. A bit more around here. It's kind of messy, but it tacks up pretty good. It's pretty strong. Okay. All right. Pliers here. So there, guys, we've made a successful attachment here on this water leak that I incurred last night and ran across. So I've inserted these. Only thing I had to buy is these two couplings and this one piece here. After making my cuts, I was able to attach that securely. So now I'll just have to wait for a cure time of about an hour before I can turn the water on. I should be able to take a shower. If you like what you're seeing, give me a thumbs up. Holla. Well, guys, it looked like I had another successful repair. No leaks.